Hello everybody, this is Rita Holmes, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! And I am here for my Simply Saturday video for card number 43. Today I am using using DSP actually that I got in my new pre-order for the mini catalog and the new online exclusives that's coming in September. And so I thought I'd do a fall card today. Just to kind of showcase the paper, because I really liked it. I'm going to be using a die set that came out in July, paper that's coming out in September for you guys, and that's about it. Remember, we do have our online in color sale that's 15% off until the 31st of August. You'll get 15% off that any of the new in colors, the 5 new ones. And that is Timid Tiger, Darling Duckling, Secret Sea, Strawberry Slush, and Cloud Cover. And if anything, the DSP or anything's got any of those colors in it, that is on sale. The markers are on sale, the paper's on sale, and everything. So be sure to take advantage of that and get some of even the DSPs that you like that might have that color in it, so you can get it for a little bit of a discount. Speaking of discounts, if you would like to join Stampin' Up! To get a discount on all your orders, I would love to talk to you about that. I'm just really trying to build a team. I'm telling you, it's slow. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's almost non-existent because it's not growing, but you know, I'm still plugging for it. I do want it to grow. But anyway, if you would like that discount, you start out at 20% off you give on your orders, and you can go up to 25%, and then you can have bonuses and different things depending on what level you go to and different things, all different kinds of dynamics that go with that. But anyway, it's a good way to support your habit with a little bit of discount for yourself. And also I want to say that I told you about the sale. I'm going to be having an event at my church October 4th for World Card Making Day. That's going to come up online pretty quick here. So be watching on that. If you do not get my newsletters, please send me an email. It's in my email address. I've changed it for my Stampin' Up! You should be able to remember this, Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes @gmail.com. And I did that for stamping purposes, so that people that are used to watching me and know that that's my name on my channel and on YouTube and on my Facebook page, and that you would know it's Stamp Crazy by Rita Holmes @gmail.com. So you can always email me with any questions, anything you want to talk about, if you want to be on my mailing list, whatever. So please be sure to do that. And also, if you don't get a catalog from anybody and you want one, if you don't have a demonstrator and you want one of the new mini catalogs coming out, let me know. Okay, we're going to turn down to my card because I really like this little card. It turned out cute because, you know, I didn't know what I was going to do, and then I'm going to use that paper. That's what I'm doing. So let's turn around and go down, and I'm going to push this down because we pretty much got everything ready for us. And so here is our fall card, and I'm going to show you this paper. But first, before I do that, I am just going to refresh my monitor so that I can see what's going on. I can make sure that at least I'm in focus with you guys. So everything looks good to me. Looks a little close on my end, but you know, I think we're good. So anyway, this is the new autumn paper. Where is this thing? There we go. It was shaking. New autumn paper that we have. These are from the Label Me Grateful dies. as well as this is. So I'm going to be showing you that. And then there's my inside of my card. Just want to show you both of that. So let me get the paper, because that's the newest thing. And here, if you haven't seen a picture of it yet, is our new catalog. And I can't open it yet. I wish I could, but I can't. Not until September 3rd. That's when this goes live. And but it's got a lot of cute stuff in it. It's mostly Christmas in there. But here is this fall paper. Now let me tell you, this fall paper is not in there. This is one of the new online exclusives. And it is called Gathering Together 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series Paper, because it does have gold in it. And there is a stamp set online that is a fall stamp set. I didn't get it. I like the one that's in the catalog better, but I do love this paper, so I had to get it. This is the paper I'm using today. I'm using the front and the back of it. So you only see one piece because the other piece is overlaying there with my trimmer. Then there is that one even in order? Yeah. This is the same paper, but done on basic beige instead of white. So there we go with that. And that's the back side of it is, let me show you the full set of that. It's just like a wash of white and basic beige. This is a plaid. Just a plain plaid. And then on the back side of it has like a little leaf in it, and that's got the gold in it. Can you see the gold with the basic beige? It's gold and the white. So that makes it really, really pretty. This is another plaid, but it's got gold stripes going through it. And the back side of this is, let me get a hold of both of them so I can flip it. It is just early espresso with a little round circle like in it. They're not dots, they're little circles. And here's another one with leaves in it that's with the Cajun Craze, Early Espresso, and Basic Beige. And this side is, let's turn it over. That's just a little design of Basic Beige and white. It's kind of like little blocks, like checks. Then this green is Old Olive with gold stripes through it. Isn't that pretty? And then the back of this is Early Espresso, and it's just a wash. Okay, so that is the colors of the paper. I really like this paper. It is online. It will be in the new online exclusives. And I will show you that when that comes due, I don't want to say comes due, but when it is, if I can find it, what do I do with it? I have, is that it? Yes, this is it. Here we go, here we go. When it goes live, they actually have a printout, and this is the front of it, so there you can see two new sets. That's going to be online exclusives, but you'll be able to print out the online exclusives here and be able to look at them if you want to do that. It's about 9 pages, I think, for you to print it. So there's that. I want to show you that. Okay, let's do our card now, okay? I'm going to bring in what we're working on, and I'm going to make 2 at the same time. Let me show you. Here's Label Me Grateful. This has got some leaves, a flower, some oak leaves, just little, almost looks like a little berry on it. This is little acorns, and there's a couple other little small leaves. You can get that in a bundle with this set that is just sayings. You're the best. You're so appreciated. Thank you. So grateful for that heart. So grateful for that heart of yours. A little kindness makes a big difference. I can't even read. But I didn't use that. This is a new set coming in September, and it's called Amber Autumn. And and it has dies that goes with it. But I used this Autumn Wishes, and I'll show you the dies real quick because they're sitting right here on my table. And if you watched my unboxing, you saw them. But if you didn't see them. So here they are. And you get this leaf background. And then these two cut out these on the stamps. And then you get an extra leaf. And this looks almost like a wheat. So that's what I'm thinking it is. I haven't cut it out. But I'll be playing with that one very soon too. But I wanted to use Label Me Grateful. For one thing, I bought it when it came out in July. And I haven't used it. So still didn't use this. And I do love the sayings. I love the thank you. And I do a lot of thank you cards. So that's probably why I bought it. So let's set this aside. And I already have my dies pre-cut. So we're good on that. So here's my card. 5.5 by 8.5. Scored at 4 1/4. So we're going to fold that. And we got 2 of them. So let me get the other one. I'm going to go ahead and fold it too. We're going to do 2. Do remember that if you comment when you watch this video, if you comment in the video, I will put your name in for a drawing for one of these cards. So what we're going to do here, first off, let me do my insides of these, and that way I get these 3 pieces of paper out of my way. So we're just going to take, we got 5 1/4 by 4, and then 5 by 3 3/4 right here for our inside. And this was a scrap at the end of when I was cutting papers. So, and it's cut, I don't even know. It's between 1/4 and 1/2 inch, I do believe. But I'm just going to put it up at the side here. And we'll go ahead and glue that on the inside of one of the cards, and we'll do the other one. And I don't care, you know, I don't care as long as I have a smaller piece to go here. I do them in all different sizes, just depends on what comes off at the end of when I go and cut all the other stuff. So this is for the front of that one. Let's do the inside of the other one. And that piece, as you can see, is bigger, but that's okay. I don't mind. So I'm going to take and put it. I just picked up what was over there laying on my table where my cutter is. I'm like, I want to put these on the inside of my card. This one, I think, is just a hair longer than what I need, and that's going to aggravate me, so I'm going to cut it off. It's only like a sliver, but a sliver is a sliver, right? You can see, he's just real little. But we got him off. So we'll take this and we'll put this inside this card, get it out of the way, and then we'll put the other card together. And like I said, these are 5 1/4 by 4 is the early espresso, and the white is 5 by 3 3/4. I will have a PDF up on my Facebook group, Stamp Crazy VIP, that if you don't belong to it, you're more than welcome to go join. And then the PDFs for all my cards are there under the files section. So there we go. We have 2 cards bases ready for card fronts. So let's just set these to the side. And now we're going to bring in this. And what I did here, we've got another 5 1/4 by 4 of the brown. So you basically need 2 of these for each card. And then this was a piece of DSP cut 5 by 3 3/4. And I cut it at 1 1/2. I cut the bottom part off. And so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to glue this right on here. And I'm going to leave it to where I can leave just a little bit of brown showing in between them. So I'm going to put this up here. And then I'm going to bring this one. I'm going to turn it over because I'm going to use this side. And I'm going to, I hate to cover up that the pretty leaves. They are very pretty. And I'm going to bring this and put it, and I'm going to try to get it to line up edge to edge because it is the same piece, so it should be cut the same size. There we go. We've got that one on. Let's do this one. Did exactly the same thing here as I did with the other. Cut them 5 by 3 3/4. Well, that just decided to quit working on me. Shake it. Wonder if it's getting out of glue. Who knows? When it starts to get low on glue is when I start having trouble. And I hate to fill it up because it takes so much glue to fill it. There we go, we got some glue. Lots of it. We're gonna put this down. I hope you guys like this paper. I think it's really pretty for fall. And I put autumn wishes on there, but you could put autumn wishes and a happy birthday if they had a birthday in the fall time. Autumn wishes, and then put something about being grateful. You can do all kinds of stuff with this. That's why I like it so much. It just looks like it's not fitting right. There we go. Okay, well now we're going to decorate this right here. And I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper. And look, I didn't even have to get in under my glass mat. I already had it out. I'm usually hunting under that glass mat. We're going to bring in some crumb cake and a blending brush. Because this is pretty stark white against here. And if you'll notice, putting it against here, I've got a little brush of crumb cake on top of that to kind of just tone that white down just a tiny bit. So let's go ahead, and I want to get all that. I didn't want anything really dark on there, so I really wanted to clean that out before I did this. So I'm just going around all the edges, leaving a little bit more white in the center. We're going to do both of these at the same time. So let's get that harsh mark off of there. It's real harsh looking if you don't tap it off. It's where you've rubbed it in your ink. Try not to add too much. There we go, we have those done. So now I'm going to hide it under there for the next time I do some cards. I don't know why my thing is sitting, something's wrong with it, this here. Let's see what's wrong. One of the little, you know what, I threw that away. One of the little tips at the underneath of it came off, and I think I threw that away because I didn't know what it was. Ruh-roh. I always go ruh-roh when I do something dumb. So we'll see what we're gonna do. Okay, before we do that, let's go ahead and put these on my fronts of my cards and have that done real quick. Nothing fancy here, just gluing down. Put a little glue in the center. So let's make sure we got all things right on here before we go gluing. Because I've been known to glue cards upside down, never inside out, I don't think. Backwards, you know, to open them. I don't know. I've done some crazy things. So I was trying not to do that. I was trying to be more professional than that. Ain't that something for me? There we go. We got our fronts on there, and they look pretty just like that. You don't really have to add too much. And I am going to reach over here and get my craft mat, and I hit the camera. I knew I'd do that because I'm going to bring these in on a craft mat, and I want room to work, so let's bring 2 craft mats in. Why not? I have lots of craft mats. So what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to make these cards. And what I have here for each of them, you're going to see I'm going to do one with a rusty colored flower and one with a yellow flower. Like the sample's got the yellow flower on it. And then I have these that look like little berries. I just cut them out of brown. I have the 2 oak leaves, and I have 2 green leaves, and I have that for each card. And this little one, look, I don't know how he got a little piece eaten out of him, but he did, so I cut an extra one. Not that it probably would have mattered, and I cut an extra flower for some reason. I think I got anxious over on this. So there's that, and then here is the leaves for that one. We'll just stick him back in here and stick it out of the way. So what I did with my leaves, I took and just put enough glue to hold it down. And I'm putting it on the craft mat, so if I get glue where where I'm not putting something down, then it's going to be okay. And I'm going to take and go ahead and glue this one over here. We're going to build these cards right at the same time. And I'm not going to lay that back in there. I'm just going to lay it over here. Get that out of my way. Move this over to this way a little bit. So there we go with that one. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to cut that down just a little bit. Oops, it's still got my little sliver on there I thought I got off. Or there's another one on there, I don't know. And I'm going to bring that down this side. So, just going to add some. There I go, sticking my little thing back in the holder again. So I'm just cutting a little bit off, just so it's not as long on that side. Not that it really matters. You can leave it long if you like it long. Just going to add that here. Then we're going to take our 2 little berry looking things. Mine are dead berries, they're brown. It's because they grew at my house. I killed them, I guess. So I'm just going to glue some of those right here. Put the other one on here. So see, it's just a matter on this card. You put your papers together, and then all you got to do is just add these die cuts. This poor little guy, we'll sit him over with that flower. I guess it wouldn't hurt to use a berry that looks like it's been ate on a little bit. It's a berry. So, put everything down. I got that little stem. Whoops. Look at that. Stick to my finger. There we go. Okay. Moving all my little pieces out of the way. So the next thing I'm going to do is take and glue my leaves down. And if you notice, I'm just taking and pushing everything up towards this center. And then that's where my flower's going to go. So I'm just kind of adding everything, 1, 2, 3. Really simple, because that's what I want these cards on Saturday to be, is really simple. I I just like them simple. And this one is a little bit more work because you got your die cuts, as far as, you know, you have to cut them and stuff. But the card goes together really quick. It's not a lot of work, let me say to that. It's just not, you're not doing a lot of coloring, you're not doing a lot of measuring, you're just putting this together. So there's that. So I got them all together as far as that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to turn these over, and I'm going to put a dimensional right in the center of that, or as close to the center as I can with my big fingers. I have fat fingers and they get in the way. So I used a black dot just in case if it shows through, it kind of looks like the center of the flower. So I'm going to take and put the center of the flower. I'm just going to put the flower on right like that. Same here. Just add that on there. And then what I do with the, oh, I put them right here. I use, these are some new embellishments, and when I first looked at them, they almost look like the stone, a cat's eye, tiger's eye. I got that in there, and I can't get it out. That's good. That's always good. Come on. There we go. So what I do when I do that, I want to cut it off at this side over here, because this side has the order number on it. So I'm going to cut this off right here. Right while you're talking to me. There we go. Or I'm talking to you. But these kind of look like that tiger's eye or cat's eye. They are called streaked dots. And they have like the early espresso and pecan pie is what it looks like to me in there. And so what I did was I took and I put one of these big ones right in the center around those circles. And I did that because that covers up the center of the flower pretty much. But you can still see the other little holes around it. So I'm just going to stick those in the center. And then I'm going to take the smaller dots. First, before I take the smaller dots, I'm going to stamp on there. Let's do, I'm going to do one of these as a, I think one of them, I don't know. I think I'll do, I'm going to use Label Me Grateful here. And I think I'm going to do You Are So Appreciated on one. And if you ever have trouble with getting these off when they first are stuck on here, take your pokey tool and go underneath of it and it kind of pops them. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to put it on at an angle because it didn't want to fit. And I didn't want to get another one out. And I'm going to do a thank you on the other one. So I'm going to do all these three are going to be different. But I want to do them in early espresso ink. Goodness gracious. So let's do You Are So Appreciated. You Are So Appreciated. Make sure I get that all inked. There we go. And then I'm going to take and just put that right here. There's that one. And then I'm going to do a thank you over here. And this I'm using Label Me Grateful. Oh, look, I got a little mark there. I can do two things with that mark. I can put an embellishment there, or I can use an ink eraser and take it off. I think I'm going to use I'm going to put a dimension or an embellishment on there. So before we do that, let's go ahead and turn them over. We'll put them on our cards, and then I'll finish with the embellishments. Because you know I always say, no mistakes in stamping. It's always an embellishment opportunity. And so that's kind of like what I do. I'm going to cut these apart and use these on my cards. Okay. There we go. They're all popped up here. So let's take and do this. And I don't want my leaves to stick over the side of my card, so that kind of tells me where I want to place that. I'll do the same thing over here. Just pull these off and then get that out of our way, and we'll bring these back in and use some of these little small dots that's right up here in the corner. They're smaller than that. None of them's real small. I'm just going to put a dot there and one right. I think I'll go in there with it. So there's one. And then this one. We can do like that. So there we go. I hope you like this. I really like it. I love fall colors. I just love fall colors. So it's right up my alley to do a fall card. So there is our cards. And like I said, this is Label Me Grateful, the stamp set and the dies. This is Label Me Grateful for all the dies, but that is called, forgot the name of it all, Amber Autumn is what it's called. And then this paper is the paper